done some really, really high impact stuff. We've pounded, we've run, we've climbed ropes, we've done some crazy, fun, amazing things. Today we're gonna take it down a notch in impact, but definitely not in intensity. We're here at Barkan Yoga to do a hot yoga class. I am very scared to do this class, but I have my towel, my mat, my water, my face mat, and some clothing because it's really hot. Let's go see what all the hype is about. Hi everybody, we just finished a Barkan yoga class for the first time ever. This is Candace. Candace is the manager here.
Hi there.
And that was good. That was hot. That was so hot, I can't tell you. My heart rate was going. That was absolutely fantastic, really fantastic. I got to talk to some people here. I have Romy, I have Matt, and I have, I'm sorry? Franny, who's training here to be a teacher. Candace taught at the class, and they wanted to talk about, people always talk about Bikram yoga. What's Barkan? What's the difference?
So Jimmy Barkan was actually Bikram's senior teacher for many years and ended up going his own way in the early 2000s. So Jimmy has two sequences, one of which Franny is learning in her teacher training right now, and the other is more of a vinyasa style sequence similar to the class today. And so the majority of our teachers that teach here at the Barkan studio are Barkan trained, and we take Jimmy's vinyasa sequence and we put our own expression into it. So there's still methodology behind how we're opening the body, what we're doing, when we're choosing to place things, but each class will have its own individual experience.
Okay, for the beginner like me, I walked into the room, I'm like, whoa! I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk back out. It's almost intimidating a little bit.
It is.
It's
so
really hot. Why hot?
So first, the yoga we practice comes from Calcutta, India. So the first reason is simply we're literally simulating the environment that the yoga came from. But then as far as the benefits of the heat, like obviously I'm sure you felt your muscles release and relax, especially when we finish the class on the floor in those more yin passive postures. The cardio element the heat brings is huge.
Yeah, I felt my heart like pounding
your
through my
heart
chest.
goes. And then sweating, we're literally just sweating out all the toxins, all that stuff we're so good at putting into our body that we shouldn't always put into it.
So what is the temperature here?
The temperature ranges from like 98 to 102.
That's why you're sweating. Amazing.
Yeah, it was nice and warm
typical
today.
today.
We've had some humid weather outside, so that definitely kind of ups the game in here too.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's funny, I'm filthy, but I feel clean. I
right,
actually
it's a clean
it's
sweat.
It's a weird
Especially
feeling.
if you start clean.
Okay, so huge question. What is the benefit of doing this?
Oh my goodness, huge question. So there's obvious physical benefits if you see people who have regular practices. They'll still be all shapes and sizes, but they're going to be physically in better shape as far as their cardio ability, as far as their ability to move through the day and aches and pains. We can literally like restructure the body from the inside if you're practicing yoga very mindfully within the right alignment. And then I think what surprises a lot of people, especially who come to hot yoga, they come to hot yoga for the physical workout. They're like, it's going to be hot, I'm going to sweat, my heart's going to pump, all that. but like it sneaks up on them, and we help like clear and calm your mind. So you hit the end of the practice, and now all of a sudden you've learned to move through all of these postures that can be very confrontational, that you have to stay in them and breathe and like tough it out and learn to use your breath to move through the things. And then at the end you learn to be still, and you learn that just by slowing your breath you can calm everything down. So that, I think that's the lesson that most people are surprised that they learn, but they end up taking off of their mats, and that's what keeps people coming back for more.
It's interesting because I felt like I have the shakes a little bit from the muscle workout, because it's so controlled. You're actually using your body weight, which I was a gymnastics coach for, I don't know, 18, 19 years. And when I condition a gymnast, you condition with your body weight, and they're ripped. I mean, they get the six pack, they get everything from your body weight. And I felt that today. I feel like I was using my body weight. It's so much better than just an isolated weight to work one, because you get your core, you get everything working at once.
Everything's going all the time.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, you said something about people releasing tension and coming here when they have injuries, because there's no impact in here. There's no, like, you're not running, you're not jumping, you're not, and Matt, this is Matt, everybody. Matt was saying today when we got off, please stay for this interview, because what you said was so fantastic about yoga. You had a series of injuries.
Yeah, just lots of injuries over a course of a lot of sports during my life, and just got tired of finding exercise classes that would impact those areas, bad knees, bad hips. Finally got convinced to come here about 4 months ago.
By the lovely Romy.
By Romy. And joined up pretty much right away. I probably come 5 times a week. And
wow.
You don't have to be advanced to be in any class. You just go at your own pace, and slowly you make improvement. But I honestly don't have to, knock on wood, worry about another ACL or MCL or something like that.
Yeah, because you said you had up to 10 surgeries?
I've had about 10 over my life.
And now you feel great?
I've been doing this for 5 months, and basic, just a little sore the next day at the beginning, but now my body's used to it. I love it. I mean, I love it, and I'll never go back to that other stuff. It's too dangerous, and this just does too much for me, mentally and physically. It's perfect.
Yeah, mentally I felt the thing. When you were saying something about, a million times you said, let go, relax your tension. I have a tendency to point my toes, and when you said let go, I actually physically have to think, okay, what am I holding on to? You feel yourself let go with your constant verbiage going on the whole time. It's really nice. Romy I brought here today too, because Romy, I've watched you morph. I've watched you calm. I've watched your body change. I've watched you. I mean, this has really been beneficial to you, right? Through stressful times, I mean, every time I see you, I'm coming from yoga, which is why I chose actually Ken as your studio, because I mean, so many people, mainly Romy, and I have a whole bunch of people that actually I know as well, coming here, and they are loyal.
Yeah,
they are loyal.
A good crowd.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. It's a wonderful thing. And how was the teaching experience? What made you want to be a teacher of this?
I think the main thing, I've always loved physical activity, but it's the transformation process that takes place. Yoga involves your whole person, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. It's all together, and you're transforming from the inside out. So that in that way, it's very different from any other sport or physical activity. I love everything, tennis, all kinds of physical activity. But this is different.
Yeah, it really
is
different.
It encompasses the whole person. And so any day that you come, you kind of never know what you're going to be working on.
You mean emotionally? Well, every class.
Well, I've had classes where I didn't even hardly feel my body. It was complete spiritual work.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And that's interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Beautiful, yeah.
So it's something that you can do your whole life.
Yeah, which is I was going to touch upon that what's really beautiful about this is that you can have people that are 67 years old in here, and they're going at their own pace, which I was going to ask, but I don't even have to ask that question because I witnessed that today. I couldn't do a lot of the moves that I saw, say, Romy doing or some other people are doing. I said they took it like a next level. I'm like, why are they not falling over? And why do they look like Gumby? Right. You know what I mean? I can't do those. Maybe one day I could if I continued with it, but you can see it. You can keep growing with it. It's
right.
not, it's
And you can come into any class, and all of our classes are all level friendly. So sometimes we'll have teachers who will take the time to break down the next pieces of the poses. Sometimes you learn from watching the people around you, just starting to try and experiment things in your body. And then sometimes you come in and you modify every single pose. And like every piece of it is okay, because every single class is going to be a different personal experience and a different experience of who shows up in the room.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
It was really fabulous. I just want to say that it definitely builds your muscle tone also. Like it really does that.
Yes.
I really felt like like I said, I'm shaking. Where can we find you? Are you on Facebook?
I am. So you can find Barkan Method Hot Yoga on Facebook, both our Boca studio and our Fort Lauderdale studio
Okay.
on there. website, barkanmethod.com. There's a ton of stuff about his trainings on there, about Jimmy's methodology and kind of his history and where our roots come from.
Yeah, I kind of read a little bit of that. I read what to bring. That's how I knew what to bring today. I looked you up on Bark, even the thing that you gave me, I say, bring a towel, bring a mat, bring a face cloth, bring a
Frequently
this.
asked
I'm like,
questions are
okay, I'm
helpful.
gonna bring my knapsack here. I needed everything.
But
It
you
was
know, that's
perfect.
what's cool about here also is each teacher is completely different
Yeah.
and they're different styles and you know kind of
What you're
gonna
gonna
get.
do.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, peace out, everybody. That was amazing. Thank you, Candice. Thank you,
Franny.
Franny. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Romy. It's amazing. Very hot. Awesome.